Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new weekly series called Exploring Dishes with the Butterfly Princess. This is going to be a weekly series where I pick out a dish from a food magazine and I tell you the history and the history of the dish, the different flavours of the dish, and I also incorporate a story that I've made up myself about the dish and the true story of the dish. So this series will be recorded and go out on the Butterfly Princess Show Facebook page and YouTube channel every Wednesday, apart from the second Wednesday of the month when we do Women Who Have Shaped Worldwide Belief. So I thought for the first episode to kickstart this new series, the dish I've chosen to share with you this week, to explore this week, is a dish called Egyptian rice meatballs. Now, I'm going to tell you about the dish, history and the stories and all sorts of things. But as well, I'm going to put in the comments as well the link to the recipe. So through this series, you may be inspired to cook this recipe, the recipes that I tell you about at home in your own time. So what to help you with that, if you choose to do that, I'm going to post the link to the recipe, to the online recipe, so you can get access to it yourselves. Egyptian rice meatballs. These are often referred to as Kofta Bill Ross. They beautifully combine flavours and textures, incorporating ground meats, spices, and rice for a hearty dish. So, this is the story I've made up that went about the dish and the spices. So here goes. Once upon a time, in the vibrant colourful streets of Cairo, there was a little stall run by an elderly woman named Fatima. Her stall was nestled amidst peddlers selling spices, aromas wafting through the air, a sensory delight like reading a captivating novel. Fatima was known for her legendary Kofta Bill Ross Egyptian rice bowls that attracted travellers from far and wide. Her secret, a deep-rooted tradition of love and storytelling. Each bowl was a narrative blending together tales of past generations with whispers of the present, much like a plot threading through time. She would tell tales of the pharaohs, emphasising how rice symbolised prosperity and spices connected people across continents. Her storytelling made her dish not only a culinary experience, but a journey through Egypt's rich cultural tapestry. One day, a young traveller named Amir, who was fond of reading and learning, stopped by. As he savoured every bite, Fatima recited stories of the Nile's splendour and ancient civilization's wisdom. Inspired, Amir decided to pen down his experience, weaving elements of Fatima's stories into his text, creating a bond of narrative across time and place. And thus, These humble rice meatballs continue to bring forth journeys and stories shared over tables and among wondering souls looking for a taste of something new, more profound and timeless. As word spread about Fatima's Kofta Bill Ross, her store became a hub for curious wanderers and locals seeking a taste of nostalgia mixed with flavours of the present. It wasn't just about the food itself. It was an experience, a narrative woven into each bite. An archaeologist named Layla, whose heart beat for ancient cultures, much like whose heart beat for ancient cultures for captivating stories, visited Fatima. Layla was deep into her studies on Egyptian culinary traditions and how they survived through ages, just as certain folk tales endure across generations. She realised that amidst the spices and rice, it was the storytelling that preserved the tradition, acting as a custodian of cultural heritage. Gathering people around her, Fatima explained the secrets behind her recipes, words mixed with tales of desert skies and Nile whispers. She spoke of how pairing cumin and coriander was akin to uniting desert winds with river breezes. How each ingredient sang its own song, yet together created harmonious symphony, like voices of old legends joining in a chorus. Layla noted down her observations, inspired to see how narratives unfold with cultures, influencing traditions and flavours. Her research grew into a legacy of connecting hearts to history, through food. Much like how books connect readers to worlds far beyond their pages. And so Kofta Bill Ross remained a symbol not only of rich ingredients combined, but of a testament to shared stories, embraced and passed down one meal at a time. Fatima's style continued to kindle imaginations and nourish souls. In its unique way, much like the unforgettable tales that linger in one's heart long after the book is closed. So that is my made up story about this this dish of Egyptian meatballs. Now I'm going to share with you the true story of the dish. So Egyptian meatballs or Kofta Bill Ross begins with the geographic and cultural crossroads where Egypt stands. Throughout centuries, Egypt welcomed influences from various civilizations, including the Ottomans and the Livonites, encircling its culinary landscape. Originally, meatballs called kofta found their way across regions due to Ottoman influence, marking Egypt's kitchens with spices and preparation styles reflective of those times. As trade flourished along with cultural exchanges, ingredients like rice and a symbol of prosperity joined the mix, forming a new tradition, the rice meatball. Within Egyptian households, kofta is more than a dish, it's an embodiment of heritage. Families gather to prepare it, sharing stories and laughter, passing skills from one generation to the next. This tradition, deeply woven into a daily life, reflects the Egyptian spirit of togetherness, the heart of many cherished narratives. As Egypt transitioned through eras of change, such dishes became a symbol of endurance and adaptation, embodying the people's resilience, much like characters in a cherished literature, adapting and evolving through trials. Thus, the true story of Kofta Bill Ross isn't just one of ingredients, but of cultural synthesis, family bonds, and the ongoing dialogue between past and present, a testament to the vibrant life of Egyptian culture. So that's the true story of the dish. So why is Kofta Bill Ross? Why is it popular in Egypt? A popular dish in Egypt. Egyptian rice meatballs are popular for a few compelling reasons. Cultural roots. These meatballs echo Egypt's diverse history, influenced by various civilizations in neighbouring regions. The algorithm of spices and rice represents the of numerous gastronomical influences, making it a staple of Egyptian cuisine. Accessibility. The ingredients used, such as rice, mincemeat, and spices, are readily available and familiar in Egyptian kitchens. They offer a comforting taste that feels like home, much like the comfort of returning to a favourite book. Versatility. This dish can be prepared in myriad ways, suiting different tastes and preferences. It can be made dry in a broth or with tomato sauce, allowing for variations that cater to individual and family traditions. Symbolism. Rice, in particular, holds significant symbolism in Egyptian culture. It's a representation of prosperity and subsistence. Combining it with meat or a source of nourishment creates a dish not only rich in flavours but also in significance. This mirrors themes where themes often were found in literature where food ceremonies are tied to cultural identity and communal bonding. Now, that concludes this week's episode where we have been exploring stories and the historical background of this Egyptian dish called Egyptian rice meatballs or Kofta Bill Ross. So next week, I hope you can join me next week where we will be exploring the dish of vegetable and peanut curry served with sticky rice. Hope you can join me for that. But until then, have a lovely rest of your week. And I will see you again very soon. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye for now.